Ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy JFO Sports Talk here to get you all caught up on the week 3 that the Tampa Bay Vipers are about to walk into. Now it has finally come for all of the Vipers fans. It is the first home game after 2 weeks that we would all like to leave in the past. Everyone is wondering what to expect when they take on the number one team in my eyes in the XFL, June Jones, Philip Walker, and the Houston Roughnecks. Now we will start it off by explaining who you might not see this weekend play. And for Houston, the guys who did not practice today was Cam Phillips due to his ankle. That could be huge for the Vipers as he has established an early connection with Philip Walker that grew into week 2 and produced a very big showing for Cam Phillips. That would be a huge step in the right direction for us if he does not play. Edmund Robinson, linebacker, has been injured due to his hamstring, has not participated in practice today. We might not expect to see him. Now, I don't know the full details for the Roughnecks, as I do not keep up with them, so I don't know if Cam Phillips is expected to play or if this really is something serious that he won't be, is expected not to play. Is he doubtful, questionable? I don't know. All I can do is talk for the Vipers because that's what I focus on. Aaron Murray is out. Once again, we will not be seeing him. It'll be split snaps between Taylor Cornelius and Quentin Flowers. Personally, I think Taylor Cornelius is going to get a lot more of the throws. I think Cornelius is a very good passer who just needs to adjust to more of a pro-style football since he hasn't done anything since college. Quentin Flowers, a lot of people think I'm a hater of his. I am not. I believe he is a very talented football player, an athletic specimen that could easily turn this team around. But I am not sold on his throwing abilities yet. I need to see him go into the game and make big-time throws. I am not questioning his running ability. I am not questioning his playmaking ability. I don't know if he has the throws in him. If he was this much of an athletic animal, just built to run the ball and create offense, why would he not be starting? Why would he not have started from the beginning? Why would he not be a starter on a different team? That's what we have to understand as fans, and do not let the South Florida bias get in the way of what is going to be best for this team. That's why I tweeted out the other day that Aaron Murray, I am very much more comfortable with Aaron Murray because I know Aaron Murray, he has a lot of problems. He's not the best quarterback, but I know he has a lot of experience and he can throw a good ball. It's just a matter of mental decisions when it comes to him and reading coverages, which he tends to have problems with. Now, another guy who did not participate is Nick Truesdell. We're really going to hope that he figures out his knee issues and can play. He is a huge part of this offense, even though the numbers may not have shown that completely. He's something every quarterback needs, especially guys like Cornelius and Flowers that are going to look for big, consistent targets that they can go to when other stuff does not open up. Now, what is good is that we have traded for SJ Green. I cannot explain to you enough how big this is. A veteran, future CFL Hall of Famer, 10,000 plus professional receiving yards. This guy is what we could need to turn this whole offense around. This could be the selective receiver that's going to be that downfield threat that could absolutely open up offense for the other receivers. And we're going to get a good chance to see it. June Jones, Philip Walker, they're going to come out hot and they're going to throw the ball a lot. How are the Vipers going to win the game? Let me explain this to you. As much as you want to hate on the Tampa Bay Vipers, what we do have is a good backfield. And it's not just on paper, like a lot of my predictions were earlier in the year of this team coming out so strong and so powerful. That was all on paper. I was wrong. I'm a man that could stand up for my words. I understand that my expectations early on for the Vipers were a little bit too much and too biased. But now there is facts, there is data starting to be put together. And the fact is we have two of the top rushers in the league in De'Veon Smith and Jacquise Patrick. Now, the Houston Roughnecks love to come out. They love to show Philip Walker speed, get the ball down the field quick, come out on the first drive and score and really make the other team play to their tempo. What we need to stop them. I don't know if we will be able to stop their first drive explosiveness that they've come out with in both games so far. But what we need to do is we need to stop them. We need to stop them, and our offense needs to control the running game. Okay, Mark Trestman might get a little, excited early on with S.J. Green and some of the other receivers like Daniel Williams who are really starting to develop. And he might want to go to his normal pass rate offense. But this is where Trestman's going to need to show that he can make adjustments and become a great coach by adjusting to this new league. What he's going to need to do is establish that run game. Okay, I want to see at least 7 to 8 rushes in the first drive just to slow down the Houston Roughnecks offense. They have been seen as such a dangerous threat. The Battlehawks slowed them down in that second half last week. And what happened? They had nothing. The defense stepped up for the Roughnecks. I'll give them that. But that offense became stagnant, and suddenly they weren't as dominant and unbeatable as everyone first thought, which is why a lot of fans believe that the DC Defenders are a better team when it comes to the number 1 ranking. If we can control the tempo by, running in a little Devion Smith, getting Jacques Patrick, destroy up the middle, body somebody, get a couple first downs, and put up the first touchdown, it's going to create a lot of problems for June Jones and the Roughnecks, who have yet to experience being down and, playing to another team's level and not being able to control the tempo 100%. So if we could come out, we need to get a stop, establish the run game, put up some points early, and force the Roughnecks to absolutely need to air out the ball and send it and force Phillip Walker to be put in a situation where he might panic, and we can get takeovers from him, which the hometown crowd can feed off of, and suddenly it's a whole different ball game. I don't think the Vipers, by any means, should be overlooked in this game, okay? You can hate on this Tampa Bay team, call them the worst in the league, whatever you want. We're 2 weeks in. We got 8 more in the playoffs. Do not count this team out yet. We're only just beginning. I have received my media credentials to represent XFL Newsroom this weekend, so I will be there in the press box. I will be giving you guys live updates. I will try to get as many interviews as possible with any of the players and coaches I can after the game. So make sure to stay up to date with all of that content. With that being said, my prediction for the game, time for you guys to call me crazy. Give me 27-13 Vipers. The home crowd is going to come out. They're going to come out loud. They're going to come out supportive. And this team's going to make a huge turnaround. S.J. Green with 2 touchdowns as well. If he plays. There's always that small chance he doesn't. But I do have a good feeling he's going to. And I think he's going to step right into this league, right onto this team, and make a huge impact. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to follow me at RTS Vipers Nation. Also on my main account, JFO Sports Talk. Until next time, be ready to strike at all times. Roughnecks fans, watch your back. We're coming.